Hello everyone, my name is Jessica, and today I will be, on behalf of Somalia, as a representative for them, I will be discussing the situation taking place on the high seas involving the US, North Korea, South Korea, Australia, and Japan. I'll give a brief overview of the, an introduction of the situation, a brief history on Somalia, the diplomatic relationships that Somalia shares with these countries, some recommendations on Somalia's part, and possible outcomes. I'll start by introducing the situation. So North Korea has launched land-based missiles targeting a flotilla of 3 Japanese vessels, conducting patrol operations within North Korea with what they have labeled their exclusive economic zone. So this attack claimed the lives of 56 Japanese citizens, and it has sparked international outrage. North Korea has justified their actions by calling it preemptive self-defense, stating that Japanese ships were conducting reconnaissance activities and preparing to initiate hostile acts against them. Japan has requested American military cooperation, prompting the US to dispatch the 3rd Naval Fleet to assist forces already there. And while assistance was en route to Japan, unmarked ships began to make their way towards Guam, launching missiles from miles out. Local authorities confirmed that these missiles contained a chemical nerve agent called sarin, and under the Chemical Weapons Convention, this is considered an act of war. And while North Korea is not party to this, it does not excuse their conduct, especially when it is not a norm, not an international norm. So they will be faced with consequences for using this. Unfortunately, the citizens that were apprehended to have been involved with this have denied affiliation to the North Korean government or affiliation to the military there. So under the Geneva Convention, treatment prisoners of war, they're considered belligerents or non-state actors, really. They are committing this on their own, and while they are considered belligerent, they would be getting humane treatment, and there are international laws that protect them, essentially. And one of the things that they are requesting is to be transferred to their embassy in Indonesia. And that is something that under the 3rd Geneva Convention on Consular Relations, Article 36, they would be entitled to. While that wouldn't be priority, that would be something that Somalia would recommend, getting them representation, as that is something that they are entitled to. Now, I'm going to go on to a brief history of Somalia. So Somalia is located on the Horn of Africa, a peninsula in the northeast part of the country. So it does possess the largest coastline with over 2,000 miles of coastline. And this is along the Gulf of Aden and the Indian Ocean. So this extensive coastline borders vital shipping lanes, including those connecting the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. And throughout all of this, while Somalia is not a key player, Somalia has a strategic location that it can assist the U.S. with providing intel. So it pledges full support of the U.S., where it will share intel on any ships passing through that could be conducting illicit activity. And while international laws of the sea will be followed, Somalia will still share strategic information with the U.S. on anyone passing through. One of the recommendations that Somalia has, or the first recommendation for what's going on, is to ensure the citizens from Tokyo and from Seoul, as they have been displaced, that all governments involved continue to initiate dialogue and reassure the citizens that they can return. Right now they have been displaced, and there is a concern for humanitarian crisis. And many of them fled as heightened fears of conflict between the countries. And so right now, getting the citizens back to their homes, letting them know that they are safe and secure is of the utmost priority. And another recommendation would be, again, to ensure that the citizens of North Korea get their representation. Now, for the situation taking place, one of the recommendations that Somalia, in addition, makes is to initiate dialogue for denuclearization with North Korea. And this would include an economic package to incentivize genuine committed behavior. So this includes agreeing on North Korea's end to random inspections and to have complete denuclearization within 4 years. After 2 years of excellent behavior, citizens could enjoy education and work experience. And this would be strictly vetted through the US. These citizens would be citizens who display positive behavior and potential for progress. And the fourth option, which is the most strict option, and this is the least recommended option, would be strict sanctions on North Korea and anyone that has any relationship diplomatically with the country. So this would be done in hopes to encourage good behavior and really get them to the negotiating table where they want to denuclearize. Complete isolation would not be ideal. And this is something that Somalia recommends as a last resort. Under these rules and under these recommendations, Somalia sees a potential for better relations with North Korea should they follow through and show that committed behavior going forward. In the past, Somalia has dealt with piracy, and oddly enough, the US and North Korea did team together at one point to fight off piracy taking place in Somalia, where the US was able to assist North Korea in escaping that danger. And so now what Somalia is recommending is teaming up with the US to fight North Korea and to ensure that they are not conducting illicit activity on the high seas. Again, Somalia saw a decrease in piracy. And the concern right now for Somalia is that if there is a disruption in trade, as this conflict continues, it could lead to desperation with the Somali residents to where they are going back to those actions of piracy. And so this is why Somalia is interested in helping, and that's to continue with trade with the U.S. The U.S. and Somalia currently trade, and aid is provided by the U.S. And so should those funds go to combating other issues, it could wreck Somalia's economy. Somalia also conducts business with Japan. And so this would also be another factor in why Somalia remains committed to ensuring that there is a resolution to this issue. Currently, Somalia exports 7.3 million and Japan to Somalia 4.7 million. And so these are very significant numbers to Somalia's economy. And so a resolution is of the utmost importance. And that's why Somalia pledges full support. Somalia condemns what North Korea has done and hopes to be a participant in a resolution for what's going on. We hope to work together and establish a resolution going forward.